Yeah, I don't know if I can leverage off a tree if we wanted to go right here.
Well, what about that one right there?
The rope's not nearly long enough.
Okay.
I should be able to just stand back here and pull on it, I think.
Okay.
This is...
Hey there fam, it's Matt and welcome back to the vlog. This is the third video in the Alaska Dry Cabin series, and this video is put together from footage that I filmed while I was still up in Alaska. If you're new to the channel, I do encourage you to go back and watch the channel update video that I posted a few videos ago for more details on why I chose to leave the cabin after just a brief 8-week period. This video will primarily be a montage of footage of myself, the owner, and his oldest son felling trees around the cabin. Later on, we also were able to finish cleaning out the loft, and we hauled some more stuff to the local dump transfer station. In this first clip, we were felling an old birch tree that was directly next to the corner of the cabin. We used a 50-foot rope tied off to each tree that we felled, so as to better control where the trees were going to go. The last thing we wanted to do was to drop a tree onto the cabin on accident. My old backpacking bear bagging kit from Z-Packs got completely worn out by the end, as that's what we were using to get the ropes up into the tree. So I hope you enjoy this video, and thanks for stopping by.
guys, we got the mattresses in the dumpster. Sorry, the couches. Yep, the couches. Next load going to the dump. Most of the mattresses from the loft.
Right, here's the update on the loft. As you can see, we got all of the nasty carpet and foam padding that was up here out of here. This was quite a job. That carpet was heavy, but we got most of it out of here. So still not going to be able to move up here or move my bed up here, as there is a slight problem. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but that's not mold, guys. At least I don't think it is. If you look, I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up, but back there in the corner I can see out to the outside of the cabin. There's daylight coming in there, so that is all squirrel. So the owners ran into town today. They're gonna pick up some masks and some stuff, and we were trying to cut down trees today or all week while I've got some help, but if it continues raining, then what we may do is once we've got some decent masks, we're gonna start cleaning all this up. This is all gonna have to come down, and it is gonna smell absolutely terrible, but it's got to be replaced. So I'm hoping that we'll actually be able to get all the insulation and this vapor barrier off of the ceiling up here in the loft this week, because my brother and his wife are coming to visit in a few weeks. And I'm hoping that while he's here, we'll be able to slap up new insulation, new vapor barrier, maybe some cheap plywood just to cover the ceiling with. The owner does want to cover the ceiling with milled wood at some point, using trees from the property. That's probably not going to happen for a couple years. So I'm hoping that he'll let me just slap up some sheetrock up here. Or not sheetrock, sorry, some plywood up here just as a temporary solution, or maybe some cheap fiberboard or something, just so I don't have to look at this, just insulation and vapor barrier. But we'll see. This is the issue. So I am not going to be putting my bed up here until we get all of this cleared out, obviously. Yeah, that is going to be a chore. Alright guys, here is the outside update for the last week or so. As you can see, we've got a small wood pile started over there. That's all wood that's too wet to burn, so we're going to let that dry out for a season as we're cutting down trees and stuff. We're just going to keep piling it over there. So that's not wood that's going to be used. All this right here is all pretty dry, so we're going to start bucking that up and getting it piled in the back room of the cabin, hoping to get a cord or so in there. Obviously not out of all these trees, that's not enough, but we're going to try and cut down as much of these beetle kill spruce as we possibly can this week, as long as it's not raining. So you can see we've got a few birch trees cut up and piled over there. Those aren't super useful for anything. Some of them might be, but most of that is rotted in the middle. So I don't know what we're gonna do. That came from like this tree here, the tree that was next to the corner of the cabin, and then we cut down one other super huge birch tree. I don't know if you can see it back behind my car there, but there was two halves of the birch tree right back there. You can kind of see the bottom half, so we cut down half of it, and we were gonna do the other half last night, but we just ran out of time. And then we've been cutting down more trees around the circle driveway there. So that's what we've been doing. The dad actually has cut up a bunch of split a bunch of the firewood that was piled over here. And we're going to continue doing that. Get that all split up and ready for winter and stacked in the back room. But yeah, that's pretty much what we've been doing. We cleaned out the loft and we've been cutting down trees when I haven't been having to work or do other things like cleaning out the loft. You can see over there, that's the remnants of that birch tree that we cut down yesterday. So that's the updates. That's what's been going on this week here at the cabin. Hopefully I'll have more updates to share soon. But I'm really not going to be filming much while, let's say hi to the dog there. Really not going to be filming much while the family is up here visiting, while the owners are here and their son. So I'll be doing more filming once they're gone and it's just me here at the cabin working on stuff. So today they are out in town, hopefully going to be buying a new wood stove and talking to somebody about installing the Starlink up on the roof. And then also buying like more chainsaw bar oil because we ran out, so that's why we had to stop cutting trees yesterday. And a few other various things that we need. All right, here's a fun update. So I was just sitting at my computer over there and I heard some scratching sounds over here. I'm like, don't think it's a squirrel because they usually chitter when they're up to no good. And what I found over here was on top of the cooler there in that gray bag, there was a mouse of some sort. Pretty sure it was a mouse. I don't know. Something small and rodent-like getting into things, and as I was chasing it around, a second one tried to come in through a hole in the floor right here where you can see I have the broom handle stuffed into it because I scared that mouse back down into the hole. But this mouse that's over here somewhere, I have been unable to capture or shoo out of the door here. I've tried several times, so he's hiding over here somewhere. Hopefully not getting into too much trouble. And I let the owners know, and they're going to pick up some mouse traps on their way back. But, yep, that is the story of the day. And that little dog that you may have seen in some of the other clips is still here. However, she is apparently petrified of mice. She would not come over here and wanted to have nothing to do with whatever was over here. She is hiding in her bed over there by my desk, so... Yep, hopefully they'll get back with some mouse traps soon, and then we'll have to figure out what we're going to do about this hole in the floor to keep future mice from adventuring around inside the cabin.